And I understand that case now has gone into the appeals court. So you kind of bring us up to date on that case.
Yeah, Darlene, number one, what a great person. I mean, she is just a beautiful, beautiful individual. And her basic story is, worked many, many years, teens, maybe 20 years at Harrahs, a wonderful employee, never had any problems, excellent record as a bartender. That she's just the kind of woman, her personality and just the way she is, she's never worn makeup, doesn't need it. You know, she's just one of those naturally attractive people who, for whatever reasons, never saw the need to wear makeup, never an issue. All of a sudden, Harrahs decides that they want all the women to doll up and wear extensive makeup so that they look like a certain stereotype, what I would call the stereotypical woman image that some macho man might have in his mind when he's looking at a cocktail waitress or a bartender. She tried. You know, she tried to comply. She wore the makeup a couple of days, and in her own words, it just made her feel cheap. It made her feel false and artificial. She wasn't comfortable in her own skin. I mean, it would be, I suppose, the only thing I can relate it to is if I, you know, as a man who's, you know, doesn't wear makeup, if I put on lipstick and blush and eyeliner and all those things and then walked around in public and everybody stared at me, you know, how would that make you feel inside? You would feel so vulnerable and so ostracized. So she stopped wearing it. She just said, I can't wear it. And they fired her for that, even after all her years of service. She proceeded in her case. I kind of got the case late in time. She proceeded to go into the federal court system. Locally, the federal judges threw her case out. That's not uncommon, I will have to tell you. The federal judges in our community are very conservative. In my opinion, and I'm entitled to state my opinion, they are more pro-employer than I would like to see them be. I don't think they're quite as fair as I would like to see them be about employees getting their right to go in front of a jury. So, as it happens in a lot of cases, they throw it out on some legal grounds that I don't agree with. It then goes to the Ninth Circuit. That's where Darlene's case is right now. It's pending up in San Francisco at the Ninth Circuit. The briefs have been written. They've been submitted. We'll have oral argument probably 6 months from now. And the real issue in the case is Harrahs entitled to have a gender stereotype enforced on individuals that they think is what a woman is supposed to look like? Or is Darlene Jesperson and every other person, man or woman, entitled to be an individual as long as you're clean, neat, and presentable? It's a real basic issue, and my prediction is Harrahs is going to lose big time, and we're going to come back to the federal courts here, and we're going to get a jury trial, and I'm going to ask for substantial damages from a local jury, and I just have all the faith in the world that a jury is going to right this terrible wrong. It's a real fundamental issue, and of course, being her lawyer, I bump into people, because it's had some press coverage, of course. There's been letters written to the editor, etc. Everyone is so supportive of Darlene Jesperson and the issues in this case. It's kind of, how dare Harrahs tell someone what they have to look like in order to be acceptable? That is just the ultimate insult to individuality. Harrahs, in their brief, in their written brief that they submitted to the Ninth Circuit, said they need to tell their employees how to look in order to satisfy their customers.
In order to mix a drink?
Yeah. Well, they're saying our customers demand women that look like they're dolled up, so we have to give it to our customers.
Sure.
That's a very scary thing to say, because customers can demand some very strange things. And are we going to give them everything they demand? I mean, there was a time years ago when cocktail waitresses were expected to go upstairs with customers who were high rollers and demanded it. Is that the standard Harrahs thinks exists today? It's an outrageous statement for Harrahs to have made in their legal brief. When I read that sentence, and I was so offended. How dare they say that we're going to make our employees conform to what our customers want? Their customers are potentially, could be outrageous in their demands.